Hey guys, today we're talking about the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars again, and we need to talk about the fact of how to fix the problem that they created, because we need to understand that LEGO Star Wars anniversary waves should not just be a party in the sense of getting random figures and just doing whatever that seems cool to the fans, but anniversaries usually represents the history of the theme that you created and what you've done in the past. The 20th anniversary wave does that so well, but LEGO didn't really take anything from the past. They kind of just made a bunch of new stuff. Sure, they did relate 3 sets back to the past, like the Rebel Combat Speeder right here, the Droid Carrier promo, and that Clone Battle Pack we got. Sure, those are all from the past, but they didn't really highlight that they were from the past, like the 20th anniversary wave did. They specifically picked certain things and made them remakes of the things we got in the past. And they showed the history of how LEGO Star Wars got from one place to the other place. And I think that's amazing. Showing the history of how a brand grew from making kind of average builds to these new, beautiful, refined builds is amazing. And they didn't do that at all. So today we're going to be talking about my main issues with the 25th anniversary wave and how we can fix them in the future. So one of the issues I talked about in last week's video was basically the figures. Now the figures themselves aren't bad. Nub is absolutely beautiful. Would have loved to see Cal Kestis in a poncho, but it was overall a good figure. You know, just the figs were good, but they didn't feel like 25th anniversary figures. I mean, like, you have young Leia, you have Fives, you have Saw Gerrera. These are figures that could have been included in another set. It just doesn't feel like they're worthy of being 25th anniversary figures. They feel more like polybags or gifts that you give as GWPs when LEGO used to do that. Please bring them back. But when I think about the legacy of Star Wars and what it's done to me, I don't think of, be honest, Saw Gerrera. I mean, he's a great character, I absolutely love him, but I don't think of him as Star Wars. You know what I mean? I think of Princess Leia, Han Solo, Darth Vader. That's what Star Wars is at the end of the day. And they did a pretty good job at that for the 20th anniversary. They made basically the whole original trilogy cast, which is great. I love to see it. However, you can't do that forever, which is why I understand why LEGO went with the option to make cool figures they haven't made before. Well, some of them are cool. There's one that isn't. But your typical nostalgic fan is not going to know who these figures are. And it doesn't really feel like it represents LEGO in any way like the original classic figures did. The original classic figures really felt like they represented LEGO and Star Wars at the same time. Original trilogy cast with, yellow faces. And the yellow faces shows how LEGO, evolved over time. And I think it's good that we're getting really exclusive figures, but I just don't think that they're great for the 25th anniversary. I mean, these are all figures I think we should have had, but they could have been GWPs or just placed in sets down the road. It's really not that hard to fit them in. But what I would love to see is what we got with the LEGO Star Wars book a while back with that Darth Maul figure with that 25 years of LEGO Star Wars on there. That was great. I loved that. I thought it was a great figure to have brought back. And it made me think about what we could have for the 25th anniversary wave. So I thought of a solution that would be good for the next 45 years of LEGO Star Wars. What I was thinking is we bring back the yellow figures, the nostalgic yellow, and we splash those nice 25th anniversary logos on the back of them, like we got for that Darth Maul figure. And we basically go by movie with original figures from LEGO. So we get the yellow head episode 1 figures for the 25th anniversary. We get the yellow episode 2 heads for the 30th anniversary. Then for episode 3, we actually give them the flesh tone heads and stuff like that, but they have the original prints on them, but they have that nice 35 years of LEGO Star Wars on the back of them. It'd be really nice just to see original figures come back, and they just go year by year with these, kind of cool figures. And I don't know if you guys really would love this compared to what we got now, but personally, I want to feel nostalgic when I'm looking back at the 25th anniversary wave, but these figures just don't really do that for me yet. Maybe they will in the future because they're new, but like looking at the 20th anniversary, I had such a good vibe. So moving into my other issues with the 25th anniversary wave, I mean, they're pretty easy to fix. Just simply make less sets, because imagine displaying all the 25th anniversary sets together on one shelf. It's a lot of sets. I mean, you got C-3PO, you got the Millennium Falcon, you got the Tantive. Like, there's just so many random sets of hodgepodge that we didn't need, So get rid of all of those and make like 5 or 6 dedicated sets to just being remakes. And I don't know what sets those could be, but just simply make some remakes. Maybe make the Gungan Patrol Maybe make a Sith Infiltrator. I mean, they did make a Sith Infiltrator, but they didn't tie it back in any way. Maybe make a Republic gunship or something. I don't know exactly what it says. I mean, you can even remake the Star Destroyer as long as it has a tie back to the original one. At the end of the day, I just want something that ties back to an original set, and you can kind of compare. Oh my gosh, this is where Lego was 20 years ago, and this is where they are now. Like, it was beautiful. Lego Star Wars Anniversary Waves should not be a party. They should just be based on nostalgia. I mean, when you're celebrating an anniversary, you're thinking about the past, not the future, and just having fun with it. You know what I mean? That's what the original Rave did with those original 6 minifigures. They were yellow skinned, they were showing the past, and even the sets showed the past. But these new sets just don't do that. And the sooner Lego realizes that, oh shoot, nostalgic sells, then maybe they'll go back to it. But right now, they're just doing some party figures, and we all soaked it up. We all were like, oh my gosh, Calcestis, oh my gosh, Fives, you know? But we could have gotten these in any other set at the end of the day. But Lego's just not giving it to us because they're like, oh, well, we couldn't have. Yes, you could have. You literally could have put Fives in a clone set of some sort. Like, put him in a Y-Wing. No, not Y-Wing. That would be a bad option. He's dead in that scene. But you could put him in Borrow set or something along those lines. Just a party, and we could have gotten so much more.